Welcome, boys. How you doing? Man, they say it's shocking arrest. I don't think it's shocking enough. Fucking finally, don't you think? Screw that guy.
And get to some breaking news that has happened.
Arrest everyone. If you're with me on that, just follow me, subscribe, turn on notification, do all that good stuff. I post daily. I try to. I work now as well. So that emerged out of nothing. So almost 100% full time. So yeah, trying to get as many videos in to the day as possible. But honestly, I'm not trying to overload myself and have a mental breakdown in like half a year. So taking it steady, but it should be fine. All right. Like I said, not shocking enough. Honestly, ah, it's good to hear that. Let's go.
As we speak in the United Kingdom, where it is on its way towards lunchtime on a Thursday, the reports are that Prince Andrew, the former Prince Andrew, has been arrested. Now, the suggestion is that police have arrived at the former prince's home. Now, this information is very fresh to us right now. It is the BBC who is making this report.
Finally. I mean, like, what do you expect? You turn up in those files, you do all kind of stuff allegedly, like everyone says, allegedly, right? Like, let's not jump to conclusions. Presume stuff that might not even be not, but still. British royalty in a child trafficking, molestation, worst case, and sacrifice doesn't even feel real. Feels absolutely surreal, bro.
As we speak, but Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, as he is to be known now, of course, the former Prince Andrew, all of the questions that have surrounded his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, all of the questions that have extended into potential domestic consequences that may be for him.
I hope they make an example out of him. And additionally, I hope that the rest of the world will take it as an example and move forward with prosecuting, arresting, and sentencing these guys according to their involvement. But a lot of people should be hanged publicly. We need to bring that back.
In the United Kingdom. Now, we will learn over the next hour exactly what has taken place, but 8 officers have arrived at his home in the past few minutes. They've arrived in 6 separate Metropolitan Police vehicles. Now, one of the accusations that was being levelled at the former Prince Andrew is that when he was the trade envoy, and he was for the best part of more than 10 years, he was representing the UK government. Now, obviously...
That's so wild. That's so wild. Just like imagining it. God damn.
He was above party politics as to whether that was a Conservative government or a Labor government. But amazingly here, that question of misconduct in public office is what this all can...
Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Not just that, man. Not just that.
It's back to, because some of the suggestions have been that information that he may well have learnt in the privileged position of being the trade envoy, he may well have spoken about that information outside of the areas that he was supposed to be doing so, potentially even with Jeffrey Epstein. But again, we will see all of this play out in the next little while. This is...
Oof. Yeah, that's a scandal. Starmer should be next.
A potential jailable offence. Now, we know that the former Prince Andrew has said of any and all allegations that have been made about him in the past in relation to his proximity and allegations in and around Jeffrey Epstein that he has claimed to be innocent. Well, this is, again,
Of course.
a very different take on things, and one that does not require what the United States authorities have been able to find out. It is not related to the investigations that have happened in the Parliament in the United States, which, of course, has been very active, but, of course, he's not an American citizen, so he hasn't been able to be compelled.
That should follow. Honestly, man. That's a wild story. Do not release him on bail. That shouldn't happen.
To learn more about this. Now, at this stage, the police arriving, and again, the report from the BBC is the term arrested. Now, arrested simply obviously means, in the earliest of moments here, that this is somebody being engaged with by the police. Now, whether the questioning is taking place at his home right now, we assume that to be the case. Now, remember, of course, he was formerly in that cottage. He then was moved to the Sandringham estate, which is still owned by the royal family, but the expectation was that either the king himself or some arrangement had been made for him to be moved to that different, smaller and much more secluded property than the one that we have seen in the past, one that he has shared on and off at times with his former wife, Sarah Ferguson. This is the location of what is taking place right now. I've got a feeling we're going to be dipping in and out of this a lot in the next little while. So if we're mid-conversation with anything we have planned this evening, we return to this and return to it instantly. But the images that are coming through is the police arriving, and then we understand upon the arrival inside the home, him to be arrested. That is the beginning of the process of, at the very least, questioning him or forcing him into a scenario of being questioned, all going back to his...
And don't lose pressure and never lose focus. Keep pressure on him. I mean, like, it should be possible that at least one falls, like, right? One domino falls, and the rest will follow. We always keep saying, yeah, it's not a movie, it's real life and stuff like that. And, like, in the end, bro, these stories which have emerged lately, they feel like a movie. Human sacrifice, molestation, murder, kidnapping, trafficking. I mean, we all know stuff like that is happening on a daily basis, but not by the people in charge. Right?
Time as the trade envoy for the United Kingdom, when he would represent the United Kingdom government, again, regardless of politics, the royal family being above politics of the day, him being able to move in the upper echelons of multiple societies, perhaps armed with information that may well have been of use to others. And in the extreme case, and there is no evidence to this point, so I am simply speaking to the possibility of what could be the basis here, is whether the information that he used, he was able to in any way, shape or form, use to improve his personal or somebody else's circumstances. The breaking news tonight is that the former Prince Andrew is currently talking with police at...
Let's hope he doesn't walk. If Bill Gates only made 80 grand a year, he'd be already in prison. Yeah. Where are the mass arrests? Yeah, I agree. I'm not interested in a sacrificial lamb. I want every person who abused and raped women and children to be arrested. Man, fair. Me too. I think everybody wants that. Yeah, he's only one. And like I said, I hope the world uses it as an example and as a right motivation to move forward on these arrests. I think I've said everything. Let's see how the story unfolds. Peace.